Welcome to School Talk. On today's show, we'll be talking to two of our schools. The first is Northside Elementary School of the Arts. We'll talk with three students about what they do in their arts program at Northside. Then we'll talk with Dr. Tanya Campbell and Casey Balzer from Old Pointe Elementary School about their school program. But first, I'm joined with Michael Frost. We're going to talk a little bit about schools of choice today.
We are. Our viewers may not understand what schools of choice are or choice programs may be. So I guess to get started, let's let everyone know what programs we currently offer.
Well, we're unique in Rock Hill to have as many schools of choice as we do. We have a Montessori program at Sylvia Circle for students that are 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, kindergarten, first and second. Beginning next year, we'll have an inquiry program for those students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They will attend Ebenezer Avenue. We have language immersion, Spanish, French. We have STEAM and STEM at Oakdale Elementary, Saluda Trail, and we hope that we will have it at South Point High School next year. So we have quite a few, including International Baccalaureate at Rosewood, Sullivan, and all 3 of our high schools. So we're very fortunate to have schools of choice programs.
Sure, I believe you had one more, and you alluded to it in the open, that we'll be able to learn more from students from Northside, from our integrated arts program.
Absolutely.
So not to leave anyone out, we've got them all covered. So we'll look at opportunities where folks may be able to learn more about each of these programs. We're going to have 2 open houses, or open house or fairs, to call them more appropriately. A fair on Saturday morning, March 12th at Clinton College, where families will have the opportunity to meet administrators from each of those programs and learn more in depth about what's available, how do you apply, and things of that sort. The same event will also take place on Thursday, March 15th at Sullivan Middle School. Talk about difference this year of why we're doing 2 fairs as opposed to in the past there may have only been 1, and where that idea came from.
Well, we want to make sure that all of our parents in Rock Hill understand the opportunities for students, that they know what our choices are. In the past, we've had 1 choice fair during the week from 6 to 8, and we recognize that some of our parents work and for other reasons may not be able to attend on a weeknight. So we added a Saturday, and we felt like we wanted a place other than a school. And so Clinton College was very helpful in allowing us to host it there. So our goal is that we can really reach out to more of our families in the school district and make sure they're aware of what we have to offer. And that recommendation actually came from a group of stakeholders who came together to look at our choice programs that are really, really good, but how can we even take them to the next level and make sure that all children have an opportunity?
Yeah, I think it's important if we take a moment to just say thank you to those individuals who participated throughout that work from September to current and ongoing that are helping us make decisions and guide our direction for the choice program. So we want to say thank you to anyone out there watching who assisted in that process and continues to assist. Again, the choice fairs Saturday, March 12th and Thursday, March 15th. The Saturday option at 10 a.m. at Clinton College, and then the Thursday evening will be at Sullivan Middle School's gym from 6 to 8. One additional thing I want to make you aware of, if you're able to come that night or that morning, is you'll have the opportunity to meet with the principals of those schools and schedule times to come back and see the schools, see the campuses, see the teachers, see the students of when we say what Montessori is, you may not have any reference point of what that is, so you'll have an opportunity to schedule a visit to those schools. So maybe elaborate on the importance and the value of actually coming to see a program as opposed to reading about it on the internet or reading a flyer, of the value that we can gain, that the prospective family can gain from actually seeing it.
Well, I think anytime that you can see our children and our teachers in action, and the tours will allow parents to do that, not only do they see the school facilities that we have in Rock Hill, but they're actually able to see what our kids are able to do. And to me, that's most impressive. So reading about it is great, coming to the choice fair is great, but then going and seeing the tour with children really helps you know whether or not you want to do that. And I guess we also want to mention that shortly following our Schools of Choice Fair, parents will be able to sign up if they're interested in pursuing a school of choice so that we can let them know, we hope, in early spring.
That's true, and those, if you're not able to make the choice fairs either option, there'll be information about those tour dates available on our school websites. You'll be able to make reservations that way as well. Also, Dr. P just mentioned the registration process. That's an online process as well. We look forward to opening that as soon as possible in the next few weeks and begin taking applications for those interested in the program.
Well, thank you for being with me. And when we come back, we'll have 3 young ladies from Northside Elementary that will share with you more about their art school. Katie, Cameron, and Peyton, I'm so glad to have you on School Talk with me today. And all 3 of you are from Northside Elementary. I want you to take just a minute to introduce yourselves and tell me what grade you're in at Northside Elementary. So we'll start with you, Katie.
Okay, I'm Katie Johnson, and I'm in 4th grade at Northside Elementary.
In 4th grade, great. Cameron?
My name is Cameron Mills, and I'm in 5th grade at Northside Elementary School.
Peyton?
Hi, my name's Peyton Tumblin, and I'm at 4th grade at Northside Elementary School.
Well, I'm so glad to have you. In a couple of weeks, we'll be having a choice fair in our district in March so that parents and students can go and look at all the different choices that they have to attend different schools. Or they may choose to stay in a traditional school, and we're going to talk with some students in just a few minutes from a traditional school. But I understand that all 3 of you choice to Northside Elementary School. So I want each of you to tell me one reason why you chose. Why do you want to go to Northside? And let's start with you, Peyton.
I like going to Northside, and I wanted to because I've always enjoyed art and dance. So my parents thought it would be fun if I went to the art school, and it really is.
It's really fun. That's great. How about you, Cameron?
I love Northside because outside of school, I'm an actress and model, and I really enjoy the arts. So, and my favorite special area is drama because she teaches me all about a character's motivation.
Great. And how about you, Katie?
I go to Northside because I like to do music, and I like to learn how to play the violin, and my dad also works there. So I like to go to Northside because I learn more about the arts every day.
And it's kind of neat that your dad's a teacher there.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So you all integrate the arts into what you do during the day. Can one of you or all 3 of you at different times share with me, what does that mean? If the parents looking and they see Northside School of the Arts, what do you do that's different than other elementary schools?
We do a lot of plays. 3rd and 5th does a bigger production each year, and me and Katie did one last year.
What did you do last year?
We did Dig It. It
Yeah.
was about people in the past. It was really fun. And this year we incorporated what we were learning in the classrooms. We were learning about colonial times into a show about colonial times, and me and Katie, we sang different songs that they sang back then.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
I think that it's because they have dance and drama, and not all schools have that. And the 5th grade production this year is 101 Dalmatians, and the play is March 31st at 7 o'clock at Slodo Trail Auditorium, and the part that I'm playing in the play is Cruella de Vil.
So tell me how you got selected for Cruella de Vil. What did you have to do because there probably were a lot of people
Yes.
that wanted that part.
Well, you just have to go home every night and practice, and you have to have that big accent, and then you just have to practice being really mean.
You don't look like you can be mean. Can you be mean?
Yeah.
Can you share the accent with us?
Yes, ma'am. It's a British accent.
Okay.
Okay, I want my parts, would you like?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I'll just say, well, just make sure the puppies don't do it again. I don't want the yowls and the growls of spotted little furry creatures.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's great. So you had to audition.
Yes, ma'am.
How many other students auditioned for that part?
The part that I'm in Miss Abbott's class, so there was about 3 or 2 girls that auditioned for that, but there's many more that auditioned in other classes.
Wow. Well,
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell me about what art area do you like?
The art area that I like is music because I get to sing and I love listening to the music. And it just makes me feel free when I listen to music. So, and I've actually done some solos in church before. And I've also done some solos last year in Dig It.
Oh, wow. Very
So
good.
it was really fun and really expressive, and I would make it where, and I do violin too, and it's basically learning how to use the bow, and it's kind of hard, but at first, because you hurt your fingers at first, but then you get used to the feeling.
So at Northside, you all do a play. The 3rd and 5th graders do a big play every year.
Yes,
Is that right?
Yes.
And you talked a little bit about dance. So do you get to take dance? Every student at your school takes dance?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about that. How often do you go to dance, and what kind of dance do you take?
Each class goes to dance once a week for about 45 minutes, and my class is doing ballet right now, and it's really fun to just learn the different movements and styles of dance. I really enjoy that.
That's great. So what about drama? Somebody said drama. Do you go to drama once a week?
Yes, ma'am. And I really like drama because drama, you can act like there's nobody there, and then you can just express your feelings, and it's really fun. And especially during the 101 Dalmatians, because it's fun to push people like Horace and Jasper are my 2 henchmen in the play, and it's really fun because I have solos, and the solos I can do dances with, and it's so fun. And I go to drama once a week on Wednesdays.
So right now in drama, you're practicing for,
101 Dalmatians.
and in dance,
We're not practicing it for
because
anything.
you're not going to be in that this time. Okay. What about violin? Do you get to take violin during the day? Do you take it after school?
When I take violin, I take it during recess and after it's time for us to go to lunch. And so it's really fun because since I'm a beginner, I have to take it on Thursdays and Fridays, but it's really fun, and you just get to express yourself, and there aren't many of us in there, but it's still fun because that's all of my friends in there, and
That's
I
great.
enjoy having them.
Throughout your school, you all have beautiful art in your hallways. Lots of neat things that you've done over the years. Can y'all talk a little bit about your art classes and what you're doing in there right now?
In art, we are making a love picture, and it's really fun. First, we had to cut out some letters and tape them on a piece of paper, and then we got to go crazy with paint and paint over them. It was really fun to make. And yeah, because it looked like it was LOVE, and so it was a famous picture. I can't remember his name, but he was very famous, and he made different kinds of sculptures because there's one in New York, I think, and there's one in Mexico, I think. So, and it's really cool. So I like painting, and we also did weaving for colonial times.
That's great. Cameron, how about you?
I have 2 things to say about it. I have a connection with them. When I was in 4th grade, we also did that. I think his name is Robert Indiana, I think it is. And it was really cool because it looked sloppy when you just painted over it, but then once you peeled it back, it was really fun. But now in 5th grade, we did CD weaving, and then we're making a little quilt with it. We also made little ornaments. And we did this Christmas tree project, and we put them at the Dave is something up in Charlotte. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it was, Dave Stowe Garden, I think it is, and it was really cool, but my mom and I, we didn't get the chance to see it. Yeah, but I was really happy. It was fun.
That's great. Y'all tell me a little bit, because we talk about your school integrating the arts. What exactly does that mean?
It means like incorporating them into what we do. Like when we did that Colonial Times showcase, we incorporated the arts into our classwork. Like we made some poems on Pic Collage, and we got to use our artistic abilities to kind of put that together. And then we put our classwork into the art, because Colonial Times was what we were learning in class.
Also, when we do the integrations, there was a guest who came in, and it's the same thing, and we were learning about landforms and oceans and fractions in math, and we incorporated that into our dances, and we made fractions with our body movements and everything, and we danced with the waves and everything, the continental drift and everything like that.
Katie, you want to add anything?
No, not really. Peyton and...
They did a pretty good job, didn't they? So before we close today, I want y'all, if you think about one reason why a student might want to choose to come to Northside, in one word, tell me what that would be. Think about it for just a second. What is one word, if you were talking to other students, what would you say is a reason to come to Northside?
Unique.
Unique, great.
Impressive.
Impressive.
Artistic.
Artistic, great. Well, I thank y'all so much for being with me today.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great continuation to your school year, and I'm going to let you plug 101 Dalmatians one more time. Look at the camera and tell them when 101 Dalmatians is going to be. They can come see you, Cruella DeVille.
The play is March 31st at the Saludo Trail Auditorium at 7 o'clock p.m.
Well, thank y'all very much. And
Thank
when
you.
we come back, we'll be talking with some students from Old Pointe Elementary School. And we're back with Old Pointe Elementary School. We have Dr. Tanya Campbell, the principal, and one of our 4-year-old teachers, Casey Balzer. So welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Casey, let's start with you. I want you just to give me a little bit of background, your educational experience, and what brought you to Old Pointe Elementary School.
Well, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I came to Rock Hill for Winthrop University. I knew it was a great place to go if you're going to be a teacher for education. After I graduated, I saw the 4K opening at Old Pointe, and K4 was actually my first choice when I ever went to college. I knew I wanted to be a K4 teacher, so I saw that opening, and I just went for it.
Great. Dr. Campbell, tell us a little bit about why you feel like 4K is important at Old Pointe.
Our 4K program is a thriving program in our community, and when SIC came with us with the idea, it was they wanted their kids to be involved in our school community early. They wanted them to be indoctrinated in school before kindergarten. Kindergarten is a big step for a lot of parents, and so they thought if we had the capacity to start them in such a large school, we have over 600 kids, and sometimes coming to kindergarten is overwhelming for our students. And many of our parents at that time were first-time parents. And so they wanted them to be involved in school and learn about school and begin to love school early. So as 4-year-olds, we got them in the building, and they love it. And we've seen some of them now that our first class are now third graders. And so they are doing very well, and they know our school and know our community very well.
And I think through having Ms. Balzer in the classroom, that program has really thrived at Old Pointe Elementary. They all want to be in her classroom.
Everybody wants an opportunity to experience Ms. Balzer's 4K. And I think part of the reason is because she has such a presence in social media. I call her my Twitter queen. She's constantly tweeting and letting her parents have an inside look of what's going on in her classroom through her Twitter page and Instagram. And again, a lot of those parents, this is their first opportunity to have kids in school. And so it eases their anxiety when they can have a look and see what's going on through the day. she can talk a little more, but she'll send simple tweets like on our way to lunch that first week of school, so those
Yes.
parents will know your baby's fine. They're on their way to lunch. And as they become more involved in the curriculum of the classroom and school, there are constant tweets about, look at our ebooks that we're making. So she does a great job of involving her school community, her parents, but not just her parents, but everyone into what's going on in her classroom.
And that is so important because at 4, they're young.
Yeah, and it's their first time, so for the parents, it makes it a lot easier for them.
It does. It does. Think about just this week. Tell us a couple of things that you've done with your 4-year-olds. I think sometimes people don't really know what we do with 4-year-olds and how important having those 4-year-olds in our school can be to get them ready for 5K. So what are some things that you've done just this week with your children?
Yes, my main focus is just getting them to love learning. But this week we've been working a lot with guided reading and writing workshop. We have a strong curriculum. Dr. Campbell knows that. I hold high expectations for them, and I believe in them. I think sometimes more than they believe in themselves. So I hold them to where I know their highest potential is. So they're writing books. They, like Dr. Campbell said, we turn those into ebooks, which is great for them because it makes them proud of their work when they get to see and hear their ebook that they've written. They just have a whole new sense of accomplishment. It's nice to see.
And so you keep them all day.
Yes, yes.
So they're in school for the regular school day.
Yes, the regular school day from 7:40 to 2:20.
Very good. Well, this school year you were honored at our back to school celebration. What was that honor?
I was honored with Beginning Teacher of the Year for the Rock Hill School District.
So I remember that day, calling your name and recognizing you. What were your feelings that day?
I was humbled. I was a little emotional. My main focus is to do what I think is best for my kids, so that's just what I try to do every single day. So I was humbled to be honored with that, but it's just normal for me to do what I know is best for my kids. But it's very exciting.
In our prior segment, we had one of our schools of choice that we talked to 3 children who actually choiced into Northside Elementary. But we also know our parents have a choice of being in a traditional school. And Dr. Campbell, I know that you are very passionate about making sure that your families know that your school is a school of choice, and your theme is Be Amazing.
Be amazing.
So tell us some things about your school that you would highlight, and you're certainly welcome to join in, that as families are watching and they live in the Old Pointe community, what are some things that you would hope they would know about your school, your faculty, your children?
We have a dedicated faculty and staff at Old Pointe, and every day we challenge them to be amazing and challenge our students to be amazing, because we at Old Pointe believe that we are our own school of choice. And we are fortunate enough to live in a district that offers choice to parents, but as the instructional leader at Old Pointe, I think it is my responsibility to make sure that the students who choose to stay at Old Pointe have a choice experience. And by choice experience, I mean we try to offer some of the same options that our choice schools does. Our music teacher makes sure our students have an opportunity to participate in musicals. We have one coming up very soon with our kindergarten students. The first time we've ever involved our kindergartners in a musical, and that's going to be very exciting. Our art teacher makes sure that she exposes our students to various mediums of artwork, and the same with our teachers in the classroom. We want to make sure that we are challenging our students and giving them opportunities for challenge-based learning opportunities, that we teach them in a different way, that they're able to ask questions and have wonders about their learning, which is very similar to the inquiry method that we are now exploring as our district. So we try our best to make sure that our students that stay with us are very proud that they have stayed with us and that we are offering them the very best.
I believe I was at your school this year, and you actually had a visiting artist, a visiting dance person.
We did.
Tell us about that. I can't remember her name.
Pork Chop Productions.
Yes.
It was the name of the productions, and that has become a tradition at Old Pointe. Our 5th grade students spend a week with Miss Laura Blanchette with Pork Chop Productions, and she, from Monday until Thursday afternoon, teaches our students a drama production that they put on for the entire staff on that Friday. And it has become a rite of passage. Our fourth graders are already saying, have you scheduled pork chop? So those are the kind of things that we do. We have a lot of traditions at Old Pointe. One is our Night of Excellence, which will be coming up very shortly. Advertising for that has started to go home this week, where we showcase the very best that we have going on at Old Pointe. So our chorus will be performing. Our art teacher has a 2D art show that will be going on that night. Every grade level will have some type of showcase or display of the best of the things that they've done this year, and all of this will be student-led. So the parents will come in and the students will have an opportunity to show parents, grandparents, community members, here's what I'm working on, here's what I'm learning, here's the product of something I've worked on in class. So that is a tradition of ours. We call it our Night of Excellence because we showcase all the excellent things that we have going on at school.
And then tell us about the play that you said your kindergartners are going to be in.
The kindergartners are doing their musical. He directs a musical twice a year, and this is the first one. It's about a pirate, and so it's a pirate theme. I have a little kindergartner who's learning her R. She's learning her line, so that is very exciting for the little kindergartners to take part in that musical.
That's great. Well, I'm a true believer in 4K, and I wish that we could offer 4K to all of our children, but we're not able to do that. We do have 4K at Central Child Development Center. Our Title I schools have 4K, but Old Pointe is not either one of those categories. So Dr. Campbell, talk to us a little bit about how you're able to have 4K, and if someone's interested in 4K at Old Pointe, what do they do?
The 4K started off as I'm not going to say a risk, but I asked the instruction department, then superintendent, to take a chance. Our SIC came to us with this. And so we want, again, the opportunity for our students to experience and love school early. And so our parents do pay tuition to attend our 4K program. It is full day, and they have the opportunity to experience everything. They go to specials, they participate in point time club activities, and they're in the musical. So they are a regular student in our school. The only thing is we're a little jealous. They get to take a nap every day as for in the 4K program. But enrollment begins next week. And if you are zoned to Old Pointe, you have priority enrollment. You have an opportunity to enroll a week prior to the general public. So if we have seats available, the class is capped at 20. After that first week, anyone from your county can enroll their child into the program. And it is a tuition-based program, and if you're interested, you can call and set up a tour, and Ms. Balzer will happily show you the things that are going on in the class, and then you get all the information. But call the school, and we'll be happy to set up a tour for you.
So it's first come, first serve.
First come, first serve. First come.
So how many years have you been at Old Pointe?
This is my second year.
This is your second year. So tell me what, if you were a parent or you were talking to a parent, you were to be an ambassador for Old Pointe, what would be some reasons as a second year teacher that you would say to parents, you got to come to Old Pointe? What are some things about the faculty, staff, students that you would brag on?
I'd say our first thing is our staff is just very dedicated. We don't see the students in just our classes as ours, but more so every student in the building is our student. It's not, he's not in my class, it's more so he is at our school, let me help this student. So that's our first thing, and I think our special area teachers are something to brag on. They do an amazing job with our kids. They love going to special areas, just like Dr. Campbell said, with our musicals and things like that. They make it a point to involve our students in those fun things as well that other schools have.
And if I am right, I think most of your 4-year-olds, when they leave you, they'll be able to read, won't they? They'll be ready to go to kindergarten and be able to read, which is excellent for our children.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about Old Pointe and Old Pointe being a school of choice for Old Pointe families?
Ms. Balzer is absolutely right. We have such a dedicated staff and support staff at Old Pointe. And I think the most important thing is we know that we have to, by state standards, teach those things that we're required to teach, but so much more. We teach the total child. We want every child to know that somebody in that building cares about you. It may, you have your classroom teacher, but we want you to know that everybody in that building cares about you and that we care about you as a total child. And we want you to be good citizens, and we want you to be kind and caring to each other and into our environment. So we teach all of those standards, but we also teach some human kindness.
Well, I want to thank both of you for being here, and Old Pointe certainly is a wonderful school. We appreciate what you do with our 4-year-olds. We appreciate what you do as a principal, and I thank you both for being on our show today.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank Ms. Mensinger's class for producing today's show, and Cashton Christensen for being today's director. Thank you, and we'll see you back on School Talk.